What's more important to you, weight, cost, or something else? Well, we are about to embark on one of the laziest tournaments you've ever seen, competitive sitting, where 5 dudes sit on 8 chairs to decide which one is the best backpacking chair.
Gear up and get outside.
All right, so we're not actually on a backpacking trip right now. We are on a kayak camping trip, which you should really try, and there's another video on that for another time. But you might recognize these guys from a previous episode about the best sleeping pads. Welcome back, everyone.
Thank you.
We have John, we have Ethan, we have Jack, and we have Andrew. And they are all here today to compete in the laziest competition you have ever seen on the interweb. All right, so here's how this is gonna work, guys. It's pretty simple. We have 8 camping chairs here, backpacking chairs specifically. They have been seated into pairs that I think might help us sort of tease out what's really the most important to each of us in a camping chair. And I'll kind of give you some clues, but what you don't know is you don't know the exact prices of all of them. You don't know the exact weights, but at this point, you've used them each a little bit. You've set them up, taken them down a bit. You've got an idea of what they are like. So from here, we're going to go pair by pair. You got to pick your favorite out of the 2. All right, so here we have Jack and we have Andrew. Jack is sitting in the REI Flexlite Air chair, and Andrew is sitting in the Helinox Chair Zero.
My first impression sitting down was it doesn't feel very deep, so I sat down and it like forced my legs and back together. You know, I need a little bit more of a glove, if you will.
So far, it's super comfortable. I like this one is a little bit more shallow, and I kind of like how like level my legs are. If you can see Jack's knees and my knees, I'm super comfortable right here. Yeah.
So why don't you switcheroo and then see what you think about the other.
Yeah, I definitely like this one more. Yeah. It's got like a bigger seat, like it's enveloping my hips more.
I don't know. I like that one because it kind of hugs you a little bit more.
Yeah, I think Jack nailed it.
I think it's very comfortable. It's a little leany for me. Like I feel like I can't really bear into it, so it might like fall backwards.
You recline quite a bit. Oh,
yeah, see, like
and we're kind of in sinky soil here too.
Yeah,
that doesn't help.
Chair's fault.
What do you think, dude?
I feel like I'm sitting on a bowling ball with this one. I don't know. I feel like I don't have a lot of stability.
Like this one, you sit down into it. I think that's what everyone was referring to. There's nowhere for my perch to be perched upon. It's like just dislocated.
What are you thinking there, Ethan?
This one, it was said best when it really engulfs you very well. It's like getting a nice hug for your perch and your underside. I think it is more stable, and I do like the height of the back.
Okay, so out of these 2, all in favor of the REI, raise your hand. Okay, I guess then all in favor of the Helinox.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, the Helinox swept it. Despite the 1 ounce weight savings on the REI,
it's pretty awesome.
People love that Helinox Chair Zero. So right here we have the big Agnes Skyline ultralight, and on the left we have the Nemo Moonlite Elite.
And the breeze kicked up, and because this is like a mesh material, it cooled off my undercarriage, and that felt really nice. Ooh. The little poles back here are kind of poking, and as well as these strings are kind of like a little more abrasive than I think this full.
Yeah. Okay.
Fully.
Did you notice this can recline though?
No.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Let me demonstrate. This can be adjusted on either side, up or down, for a more upright seating position or a more kind of laid back seating position.
Interesting. Okay.
Cool.
The other thing that's cool about this one is it's got the platform on the bottom, so I'm not sinking in at all, really. It's not my favorite, honestly, but it's pretty nice.
I think this is the biggest chair that I've sat in yet, and it feels strong, and it feels also a little bit taller. I can feel what you've felt about the breeze. I just got one.
It's nice.
It's amazing. That's awesome. I wonder if that also can be kind of annoying if it was really cold out.
This one I think has been my favorite so far that I've sat in. I like it. I think it's got a real nice big pocket, like Andrew's saying. The back is a little short. That's I think the only downside I'd say for me personally.
This is very comfortable. It has a nice place, a good pocket, as we've been pointing out. Yeah, it's good. This is a very good chair.
This one, yeah, the things back here poke you pretty good. So if you're looking for a relaxation and comfort without any things poking your back, maybe don't do this one. I do like how I'm not sinking into the dirt. That is kind of nice. Kind of like a level thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, very pokey underneath my shoulder blades. I'm getting really mad about it, actually. Mm-hmm. I do like the breeze, though. This one, I feel like I'm being held by a giant who has a small hand. It's just like, I feel really constricted in this one. Maybe if I sit up a little bit, it creaks. That does happen. I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of this one.
Okay.
Off the bat, my one squat, one thought is, get me out of here.
This one also has really cool design. It's very elegant, the way it's organized and all the poles are bent. But I found this one very comfortable. I think this platform really helps because it's not sinking. That kind of ruins the integrity of these chairs.
Yeah.
I find it to be very comfortable. The back is a tiny bit low for me. I'm a pretty tall guy too. I'm 6'3", but I think it's great.
Okay, so between the big Agnes and the Nemo, who likes the Nemo more?
Why?
Oh, and then who likes the big Agnes more?
I think I like the big Agnes.
Then if I may, yeah, I could see those things maybe digging in. I'm okay actually, but in certain position, that would dig in. It does feel pretty darn solid though. Dang, dude, this is gonna be tough. I was hoping I wouldn't have to choose between these two. Oh, dang.
Yeah.
Just for sitting purposes though, I like to sit in this one more. I think I'm gonna go with the big Agnes on this one. For comfort alone, for the people's choice. Here we have Jack in the Moonlite. Then we have Andrew in the NatureHike YL08. These are two Amazon specials that are very popular.
I think this one is very solid. It's not so shifty as the other ones we sat in. It's stout. The material and the seat feels thick, big, and comfortable. Not much to complain about, but also not much to write home about, you know?
I think that was worded excellent. Same exact sort of thing. I wouldn't say there's anything special about it other than maybe if like you're pretty heavy, this is the one to maybe think about. Because this I feel super stable. Also, this one came with shoes.
Good point.
So it doesn't sink. This one also has a pocket. Oh wow, that's cool. So if that's important to you, that one has a pocket.
This one definitely sits quite a bit higher, more upright.
That was my only thing. We're approaching a real chair there.
Yeah, it is very sturdy. I do like the shoes that it comes with a lot. I feel like it's sturdy enough that I could even do a little bit of this, rock back a little bit, you know. With those other ones over there, maybe I wouldn't want to do that as much, just with fear of sinking in and breaking it over my huge muscular body. But this one really supports it pretty well. I like it.
This chair is very comfortable. I feel super at ease in this chair.
Yeah.
It is sort of leaning a little bit because it doesn't have shoes like this chair. It's probably a lot heavier than those other ones, lightweight backpacking, but if you're just looking for pure comfort and you don't care about carrying a little more, this is very good. Yeah, Andrew's right. This is almost like a real chair. It's a lot more broad too. So if you are a little heavier or want a little more room, this would do the job.
After sitting in that one, then in this one, I kind of like that one a little more than this one. I mean, look, these great chairs, great players. Glad to be here.
Who votes for the NatureHike? That's 3. And who votes for the Moonlite? All right, 3-1. The NatureHike has it.
NatureHike took it out.
In our final round, we have the Decathlon Quechua MH500 chair, and then we have the Crazy Creek Hex 2.0 chair.
When I sat in this one, my butt actually hit the cross member support, so that was interesting. But after I got over my trauma from that experience, this chair is very comfortable, actually. It's one of the first chairs, besides potentially the Amazon ones, that is not like pinching my elbows or shoulder blades. Honestly, pretty solid choice.
This Crazy Creek, I'm in love with it. This is my backpacking chair. I have a Helinox as well, and I have this. I love it. It's just so convenient, and also there's no setup. I'm not going to say it's the most comfortable chair because you are sitting on the ground. What is nice about this is I can sit on pretty uneven ground and still have a backrest, and these chairs might have a much harder time with the 4 points of contact on the ground, whereas mine's just my butt. I also like that this one you can unbuckle and you can use it as a mat to put your clothes on it. It's a little bit more multi-use, which is cool.
Many of these guys have used the Crazy Creek, and that's Jack's personal Crazy Creek, so figure that in, but they like it for a reason, or many reasons.
Yep, the Crazy Creek, man. It's crazy. I think the thing is, like, we are backpacking right now, so it's a little bit different, but after walking all day, sitting in a Crazy Creek is like magical because you're on the ground, your legs are no longer activated at all. Like, they're literally just laying on the ground. And it's nice because you can do stuff, you know, most of the time backpacking stuff is on the ground, cookware or whatever. So you're right here in the action. And yeah, like Andrew said, no matter where you are, you'll have a perfectly solid backrest that's comfortable.
This chair is really comfortable. I'm really, really surprised and happy about this one. Yeah, the back feels great. And it also has a pocket. I'm all about the accessories.
I love the Crazy Creek. I've spent many happy afternoons and evenings in these chairs. This is good. This is as good as the Amazon brands.
This Crazy Creek is one that I've been jealous of many backpacking trips because it's true. After you hike however long, you see people sitting in here, you're like, I really want to do that. Yeah, I'd say Crazy Creek's got a big E stamp of approval.
Who votes for the Crazy Creek? No. All right, Crazy Creek's moving on. We will now enter the Terminal Quattro portion of this tournament. And today we have the Big Agnes Skyline UL versus the Helinox Chair Zero in the ultralight bracket. Does anybody require a reset?
No, this one.
Whoa, okay.
If you do sit on them right next to each other, you will feel a difference.
Yeah.
2 for Big Agnes and 2 for Helinox.
What do you think, Jason?
Dude, I think we got to turn on some little sexy music because I'm about to break this tie. Hold this.
That was a good set.
Whoa.
I work on my form a lot sitting. I'd rather sit in this one.
Right, me too.
Yeah, I'd rather sit in it. Would I rather carry it?
That's, yeah.
Dang it.
Pound, everything weighs something.
I'm going to go with the Big Agnes.
All right.
Sorry, guys. We have the NatureHike YL08 and we have the Crazy Creek Hex.
I will say that it's like kind of comparing like a turkey sub with the PB&J.
I know, but at the end of the day,
But
you gotta like, you're only gonna put one in your
But
back,
I think
right?
we already all know the answer too.
Okay, all in favor of the NatureHike.
See, I like that one, but
Dude, with this group, you dare? Oh,
Good. Good.
It's because he doesn't have one.
yeah, it's true.
And then the Crazy Creek. All right.
Nice.
The Crazy Creek goes to the final round. And we have our finalists, the Big Agnes and the Crazy Creek. An interesting pairing.
It's sort of like 2 different genres or platforms here. So
Yep.
they're both excellent though.
Yeah.
I think if you're someone who's not as mobile, the Crazy Creek probably isn't an option.
True.
It's
Like,
like
good point.
it's a situation to get in and out of it, but once you're in it, it's pretty awesome.
Go ahead, have a
I
sit.
want to see what's going on.
I will say on that trip when I was with these guys, when they had the Crazy Creeks and I had my REI one, and we get to lunch spot and they just bust those out and wham, they're sitting in like seconds.
I was gonna mention that. I was gonna
And I get mine out and I'm like doing my jigsaw puzzle for the next few minutes. Well, let's do a vote then. Any votes for the Big Agnes?
Dude, I'd downvote for that one. I just said.
Wow, all right, downvote.
Hates this one.
So the Crazy Creek then, I assume?
Yeah.
Unanimous.
Crazy Creek's number
For
one.
backpacking.
So the Crazy Creek is the way. Where's the Gatorade?
Open up, Jack. Let's show the folks at home what it does.
Yeah, show the folks at home and lays out. So the People's Choice Award goes to the Crazy Creek Hex 2.0 chair. This wasn't a huge surprise from this crowd. I knew of their affinity for that chair going into this, but it is telling that even when offered a free sit on 7 best-selling alternatives, they remain true to their first love. But what if you simply don't want to sit on the ground? Several other chairs in our cheeky championship offer you the rear-end repose you require. Here's the completed butt bracket depicting the final results of our tournament, including the votes cast for each chair during each round. Feel free to pause your screen on this or any forthcoming chart you may wish to study more closely. When the Big Agnes Skyline UL made it to the final round, that was only because I chose it when I had to step in to break a tie. Twice. Votes were split right down the middle on a couple of pairings, which tells me there are a few great options to suit different people's preferences. Therefore, I felt it incumbent upon me to further analyze these rump rests beyond our little bout of buttocks so that you too may be able to decide which chair will best suit your cheeks. But first, I could use your help. As you can see, we put a lot of time, effort, and money into these gear tests, but all too often they don't get seen by the folks who might appreciate them the most. If you like this kind of gear review, even a smidgen, here are a few ways you could help us out with the YouTube algorithm. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel for more, share this video with a friend who also thinks way too much about camping gear. Click on our affiliate links below if you're thinking of making a purchase. Lastly, sign up for our email newsletter, The Honey Hole, for weekly outdoor gear deals, discoveries, insights, and giveaways. To thank you for your support, here's an AI-generated image of what I was daydreaming about as I wrote this script. I evaluated these backpacking chairs based on 5 criteria: comfort, design, ease of use, portability, and quality. Based on my own experience and extrapolating from the feedback of the fellas, I gave a comfort score to each chair where 1 is uncomfortable and 5 is extremely comfortable. Here's a chart of the results. In the grand scheme of things, none of these backpacking chairs are as comfy as a standard camp chair or a lazy boy, so I didn't give a 5 to any of them. But if comfort is the most important thing to you in a backpacking chair, don't pick the REI Flexlite Air. It's the most pinchy and tippy. The heavier budget chairs and the Big Agnes were the comfiest. I especially like the higher seat height on the Big Agnes Skyline ultralight. Oh, yeah, that's nice. The Crazy Creek and Helinox will be comfortable enough for most folks, while the Nemo is very nice for some, but stabs others in the back like a vindictive ex.
This one, yeah, the things back here poke you pretty good.
I still managed to find a comfy position though. Here's a profile view of the seating position for each chair side by side for those of you who feel reclined to compare. When you're tired after hiking and you just want to relax, a chair that's simple to set up is much appreciated. I've set up and taken down all of these chairs multiple times now, and they're pretty much all the same with one notable exception. Here's a chart of the ease of use scores. 7 of the 8 chairs got the same boring score of 3 out of 5 since they all have slight variations of a similar shock-corded tent pole-like frame with a cloth seat you have to awkwardly stretch and attach at each corner. This design isn't terrible, but it does take a couple minutes to fidget with before you're chilling like a villain. By contrast, the Crazy Creek is ridiculously easy to set up with lightning speed. Unbuckle, unroll, unfold, sit, and adjust as needed. You're on your butt with back support in seconds. The setup time might not sound like a big deal, but as the guy who once lugged an REI chair while everyone else had Crazy Creeks, I can tell you, it's often the difference between actually enjoying your chair on every snack break or leaving it in your pack and sitting on the dirt just to avoid the hassle. The most important factor to many backpackers when it comes to these chairs will be weight. In fact, packing unnecessary chair weight is the reason many backpackers aren't even watching this video. But the fact that you're still here suggests that a little bit of love handle isn't necessarily going to turn you off to a little bit of fun. Now, of course, the manufacturers advertise their chair's weight, but I figured it was best to measure them all myself on the same scale. So I weighed each chair's total weight with the bag and everything included. Then I weighed them again with the minimum required to take on the trail, usually just the seat and frame. Here's a chart of the observed weights in ounces ordered from left to right based on minimum trail weight as measured by yours truly. The REI Flexlite Air is indeed the lightest option, but the Helinox, Nemo, and Crazy Creek are right behind. The added comfort of the Big Agnes also adds about a half a pound. And, unsurprisingly, the more budget-friendly chairs with their more budget-friendly, read heavier, materials breach the 2-pound mark, which is where I personally draw my arbitrary ounce-counting snobbery line between a chair I will pack and one I will not. But if you ditch the bag and the big balls, I mean feet, of the NatureHike, you got a chair that's arguably as comfortable as the Big Agnes. It'll cost you more than an ounce, but it'll save you more than a Benjamin. While they're all relatively compact, here are the chairs lined up by size from smallest on the left to largest on the right. And for your delightment, I put each chair in a pack so you can visualize what kind of real estate it might require should you make the last-minute decision to stuff it in that big back pocket of yours. Given all that, here's a chart of the portability scores I gave each seat. Next, I analyzed each camp chair's design and features and gave them a score accordingly. Here are those results. This one is subjective since different people care about different things. For example, one person might see the REI chair as lacking frills, while another sees it as ideal minimalism. I just think that the frame is the wobbliest and the sketchiest, so I gave it a 2 out of 5 for design. The Helinox and Crazy Creek might just be my personal favorites to actually take on a backpacking trip, but other than providing a place to sit, there's nothing particularly intriguing about them. The Decathlon has a unique frame, a comfortable seating position, and a stretchy pocket for your phone or snacks, which earned 4 points instead of 3. I think Big Agnes thought the most about how to make a small chair comfortable, and their frame is solid. 4 points to the NatureHike for a sturdy frame and those fat feet for mud or sand, while keeping the weight under 2 pounds and the price affordable. The Moonlite, however, tried a little too hard to be different without actually achieving it. That square frame is annoying to assemble and disassemble, and the pocket and molly loops add unnecessary weight. But in classic Nemo style, the Moonlite Elite chair has things you've never seen on a chair before, like the breathable seat material, the click-on seat corners, the foot base for soft ground, and the reclining capability. Nemo definitely upped the ante for our arse's affection. For quality, I figured I'd inspect the fit, finish, materials, and feel of each chair. But since I'm a mere amateur, I'd turn to the source of all truth and knowledge, the Google. Upon searching for the term backpacking chair expert, I discovered one result that truly baffled me. It was me. My apologies, friends. I'm as surprised as you are to have the word expert erroneously associated with my likeness. Alas, like any online expert worth his weight in likes and follows, I'll just keep making stuff up and spewing my observation-based opinions about matters inconsequential to life and happiness on the internet for your lack of enlightenment and the betterment of no society. So quality, right? Here's a chart of the quality scores I granted to each chair. The most expensive ones from Big Agnes and Nemo are made of the finest materials, come with the best lifetime warranties, and feel like they'd even be approved by people who like the finer things in life, like car wash subscriptions, super tall cups of Italian coffee that Italians would ironically never drink, and tea times. But if your best part of waking up is still Folgers in your cup, then you'll probably be happy with any of these chairs. Though the Lence and REI appear the most vulnerable to me. Crazy Creek is well made out of durable materials, it has a lifetime warranty, and it's a once-in-a-lifetime purchase for a great price as far as I'm concerned. You can buy once without even crying once. Speaking of price, here's a chart of the prices from least expensive to most expensive as of the time of filming. These are subject to change, and they surely will. It's clear that the heavier Amazon specials cost a fraction of what the lighter weight name brand staples do at REI. So how much is shedding a pound of trail weight worth to you? If it's not worth $100 extra, then I'd recommend the NatureHike YL08 as our top budget pick for a backpacking chair. It's solid, comfortable, and affordable. But if you like very large coffees and or shiny things, and there's no shame in that, then you'll probably like the Nemo Moonlite Elite or Big Agnes Skyline Ultralight the best. While the Nemo does literally rub some people the wrong way, if it doesn't, it's a fantastic chair. As you can see in this chart, the Nemo tied our top People's Choice pick, the Crazy Creek, with an overall score of 4.0 out of 5. There's other info you might want to look at and compare in this table too, so pause your screen if you'd like. I bought the REI Flexlite Air a couple years ago because it was the lightest chair at a reasonable price. And while it's still a decent chair, as it turns out, it's also as tipsy as a freeloading wedding crasher. My desire to replace my REI chair with something better was the impetus for this whole review. If weight and practicality are the most important factors to you, go with the tried and true Helinox Chair Zero. Trust me, it's worth the extra ounce and $40 compared to the REI. Then again, while I'd rather carry the Helinox, I'd prefer to sit in the Big Agnes, so that's a tough one for me. You'll have to choose what's more important to you and know that you're getting a great product either way. But if you're willing to get on board with the idea of sitting at ground level, the Crazy Creek Hex 2.0 is both practical and affordable. It's not the lightest weight, but it's pretty darn close. And of all the chairs we tested, it's the third cheapest option. Only the Amazon specials cost a hair less, but they weigh twice as much. And the Hex 2.0 is more than $100 cheaper than the most expensive chairs in our test. As was mentioned by the guys in our sit-a-thon many times, sitting on the ground in the Crazy Creek is ridiculously handy when backpacking. Whether you're cooking dinner, filtering water, reading in your tent during a rainstorm, or just wanting a quick seat. Because you can whip it out and plop it down faster than I can loosen my belt after Thanksgiving dinner, you'll actually use it way more than those fiddly chairs that demand time to assemble. That convenience and increased frequency of use mean you're squeezing more value out of this chair than you'll get from the others. Plus, you won't have to think about the ground you sit it on. Uneven? No problem. Sloped? All the better. Rock, sand, or mud? Go for it. The practical utility, approachable price, and convenient design make the Crazy Creek Hex 2.0 Outdoor Empire's top pick for the best backpacking chair. Until the next test, gear up and get outside.